outside material, they're gonna throw you off. Like you going baby. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Maria, and today I am back with another YouTube video. And first and foremost, I just wanted to apologize because this video has been highly requested with a lot of nursing students, and I just gotta say I'm sorry because I really haven't had time to film this video, and I know it's been a while. It's been a while, like literally right after when I was done with my first semester of nursing school, a lot of people DM'd me with a lot of questions, and they were like, you know, please make a video of how your first semester of nursing school went. And let me tell you guys, I just been too busy. Like literally after school was over, I was just like, yay, I am out. So I was just like, I just been busy, and I really apologize for that, but like here I am about to make this video for y'all, and hopefully all the information that I'm gonna provide in this video are gonna be helpful for you and for any other nursing school students out there. So let's get right into the video, okay? The first thing that a lot of people asked me was just like, is it the same thing as the prereqs? One thing I'm gonna say, baby, it's not. Literally, it's not the same thing as the prereqs. I feel like with the prereqs, we could get away with a lot of stuff, but then with nursing school, they are very, very, very much strict. Like they are very, very strict with anything: classes, grades, classroom work, clinicals. Literally everything you have to follow a certain order in order for you to succeed. But then with prereqs, I would get like a C and be cool with it. I would get like a like a 65 on exam and be cool with it. With nursing school, it's totally different. Like, baby, no. So I'll say it's not the same. With this first semester, I took 4 classes. I took pathophysiology, nursing professional, health assessment, and funds. And let me tell y'all, among those classes, the hardest class for me personally was fundamentals. Fundamental was literally one of the hardest classes. Just like very, very much tricky. I wasn't able to grasp the material at all. Like every time I remember the first couple of weeks of school, every time I go in class, I'll just be like, okay, yeah, what, like this makes sense. Like literally this totally makes sense. Like, yeah, like this is easy. But then when it came to the exam taking, I was just like, what is this question even asking me? Like what? I was not even able to understand the questions. Like the question format is way, way too different compared to how we were tested during prereqs. Like with nursing school, they're not gonna ask you what is the function of this. They're not gonna ask you what is this. They're not gonna ask you those questions. They were doing prereqs, but they, like with the nursing school, they're gonna give you a scenario and you're gonna have to identify like what is this scenario about? Like what are they talking about? Why do they want me to figure out this scenario? And then there may be a lot of answers that's correct in those multiple questions. But then you have to pick the question that is most likely correct, like most correct out of all of them. So that was just like one of the hardest things for me, and that made the fundamentals like one of the hardest class for me because it was just so tricky. I wasn't able to like understand what the material and what the exams were asking me. So it was just so hard for me. And the way I made it through fundamentals, it was just by doing a lot of practice questions. Like literally all I did is a lot of practice questions. I got into a friend study group, and they were like, yeah, just do this, like do the practice questions and then read the rationals. Reading the rational is gonna let you know, why is this answer not right? Why is this answer not correct? Why is this one correct? Why is this one the most correct out of all of them? You know what I mean? So like I did that, and I was able to succeed with fundamentals. So yeah. And the other thing is, one thing I would say, like I would give you an advice when you're taking like any type of exam. So when you're taking any type of exam in nursing school, try not to bring the outside information to the test. Because like I literally did that with my first fundamentals exam, and that like literally destroyed everything. Like that made me fail my first fundamental exam. Because I work as a tech right now. I work as a CNA, and then sometimes I be seeing things at the hospital, and the nurses be like, yeah, I'll take that. But like with nursing school, like when you're taking the exam, don't do that. Like just don't do that. Because like at the hospital, like one of the nurses will be like, oh, 94% of oxygen is okay, I will take that. But then with nursing school, when you see a patient is on 93% oxygen, that's low. Like, eliminate that. That's not the right answer. Like, yeah, just try not to bring outside material, outside information into the exam. Just focus on that exam. Just, you are dealing with the information you're being provided with during that exam. So don't bring the outside distraction. Don't bring the outside material. They're gonna throw you off. Like, you going failed 2 exams with fundamentals, but it wasn't bad. The first exam I had a 75, but you need a 78, so that 75 is a fail. I failed the last exam prior final. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I was crying so bad because I was just like, girl, like, this semester is almost over and you just failed an exam. How are you gonna be able to recover from that? The other thing I would just advise you guys, if you're able, please try to like score the highest points you can get on this exam before the finals, because when it comes to the final and you have good grades, you could get like a 60 on final. You will be okay. Like, that's literally what I did with my patho. So for patho, I had good exam average. I ain't gonna lie, I failed the final. I was able to recover from that because I had good exam average before the final. So like, if you're able to do that, baby girl, just go ahead and do that, because that's gonna save your ass when it comes to these finals. Health assessment, I enjoyed the health assessment. It was a lot of basically hands-on experience, you know, checking blood pressures, knowing your vitals, it was just a lot of, yeah, lab work. So the health assessment was pretty fun. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I loved all the classes. Yeah, so that's just done with classes. Like I said, I took 4 classes, and fundamental was one of the hardest classes for me. And the other thing I forgot to mention is, if you're about to start nursing school, just get ready, just be on YouTube. YouTube is gonna teach you a lot of things before you even get into class. So just be on YouTube, y'all. Professor Mike, Level Up RN, Nurses Nurse. I think that's how you call her. I don't know how to say her name. Okay, I'm not from here, y'all. So yeah, her, and one more, Nurse Sarah. Y'all, I stay on her YouTube videos, like her. So I use a lot of Mike, Nurse Sarah, and Level Up RN. Those were my top 3. The best. They really did help me with this first semester. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. And the other thing I would like just give you guys an advice is, before you go to class, make sure you review the PowerPoint that you guys are going to be talking about that day before you go to class. That way, when the teacher is teaching, all the information is going to be like a repetition, and things are not going to seem so complicated or so difficult. Because like, first, it was so hard. I used to like just go to class, and then with patho, you know how much material are in patho. So if you just say that I'm gonna go to class and I'm gonna get everything from what the professor is gonna say, it's not gonna work out. Like, patho has a lot of information. If you don't go through your PowerPoint before going to class, you're just gonna be like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand what you're saying. So like, literally it was really helpful to me reviewing my class PowerPoint before going to class, because it made it so easier. I was able to understand the material whenever the professors are talking or teaching, because I was just like, yeah, I've seen this before, I do this. So it was just like a repetition and like adding on top of what I've already seen and I've already learned, just like, you know, kind of boosting up the little knowledge that I already gained from from reviewing the PowerPoint before going to class. So it really did help me a lot with patho. And the other thing I did with patho was like comparing different disease processes. This is my study guide for patho, but I did a lot of compare and contrast here between the disease processes. And let me just show y'all one of the examples I did that made it so easier for me to understand the material. And starts in acute respiratory failure. That compared between the different disease processes, that is a game changer. I ain't gonna lie, it's a game changer. But besides that, yeah, like patho and funds were like one of the hardest classes that a lot of people were struggling with in my nursing program. And yeah, those are just few tips that I can give you guys compared to those classes, because like health assessment, like I told you guys, it was just based on a lot of hands experience, and like we did a lot of lab work, just checking vitals, you know, knowing how to communicate with a patient, providing privacy, just things like that. So health assessment was not like as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So that is just that with that. The other thing a lot of nursing students are complaining about is the dosage calculation. Speaking to a girl who don't know math. I don't know math, but I'm here. I passed my first dosage calculation. The dosage calculation, you just do a lot of practice questions. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I am so horrible at math. Like, I cannot do math, but I was able to pass my dosage calculation because I did a lot of practice questions. So with clinicals, so our first clinical was for fundamentals. Basically, it's just like their rules are just like such too much rules that you gotta follow. That's what I would say. But we were going like every other Saturday. Was it Saturday or Friday? I don't remember, but every other weekend. Yeah. And clinicals, I enjoyed the experience, honestly, but it's just like the paperwork, it was kind of annoying. Literally, you will go to clinicals, after clinical, and you gonna come back, start doing the disease processes, like everything that you saw in clinical. You pick a patient and you're gonna do a disease process on that patient. What is that patient at the hospital? What's going on? What is that? What is the labs? It's just a lot of work. Like, it's just a lot of work. And just imagine doing that and you have exam the next day. It's just like, be for real. But I am glad first semester is over. I enjoyed it so much, even though like I cried for a little bit. And I ain't gonna lie, I had a nursing school bestie. Shout out to my nursing school bestie because she made everything easier for me. We're literally just doing things together. It was nice. I would just, if you're able to, I would just tell you, get with a partner, have somebody who's gonna have your back, because that girl did have my back. She made my first semester easier than what I would expect. So yeah, so far first semester is done. I am ready for second semester, and again guys, I apologize for taking so long to film this video, but hopefully I was able to provide you with some information that you were not aware of, and hopefully I gave you some few study tips that can help you succeed in your nursing journey. And yeah, just, you know, comment down below if you have any more questions. Like, I am so sorry guys. I am so sorry. When I get back on campus, because school is starting soon, when I get back on campus, I'll try my best to, like, you know, film more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if I forgot anything, drop the comments down in the comment section, and I'm just, maybe in the next video I'm gonna try to answer them. But yeah guys, thank you so much. Bye.